mental prep is this for this series versus a physical and X's and O's?
I think it's 50-50. We're going to have to bring physical presence just like we did in the last series. We know the rivalry picked up between us throughout the year, and it's going to only intensify in playoffs. So we talked about keeping an even keel and not getting too high or too low throughout the games. So I think it's going to be important in this series especially.
As a part of this leadership group, have you ever been in a series like this before? I know it's only the first year between the reigning Gulls, but have you ever been a part of a rivalry that's carried into the playoffs like this that you can maybe, shed some light for some of these younger guys that are experiencing it and how to maintain not getting too high or too low? Yeah,
I think we saw a little bit of that with Portland last year. I think we ended up playing them 19 times when it was all said and done between preseason, regular season, and playoffs. So we used to get into it a little bit with them, and it's kind of a similar series. So, most of the guys have been through it, and, the guys that haven't will soon find out.
And how much of an important part is getting off to a good start? And we just chatted with assistant coach Chris Height, and it seems like that first shift, that first game, that's going to kind of establish the tone for the series. I mean, how important is that from a player's perspective to get off on the right foot, especially against a team like this?
It's huge. Luckily we'll start in our building here, and we'll use that home ice advantage. Guys are going to be anxious and excited to get the series underway, just like we were last series. So that first shift is going to be a lot of fun.
And speaking of home ice advantage, you had those two contests against San Jose. Both of them resulted in wins. This building was pretty loud. How much did you guys fuel off of that, especially in game number 4 when things were tied 1-1 and you just needed that one goal to separate yourself?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially when things start going our way in this building and the fans pick up. We feel it on the bench, and we use that momentum that the crowd gives us. So hopefully they're loud and cheering for us game 1.
And you know what they're going to bring here against the series against San Diego. You know what it's like to play in their building. I know as a broadcaster, you hear all the boos and all the chanting and everything going on. It just seems like it's going to be taken to a new level this season.
Yeah, it's a fun rivalry, especially with the Kings and the Ducks created, and now between the Gulls and the Reign. We're not too fond of each other, so I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Now, you were pretty far removed in terms of your NHL affiliates last year. You mentioned the Portland and the Manchester series, but now you're in everybody's back door. The Kings personnel are here working with the development guys. You're going to have the Ducks guys right in the same building. Does that kind of add to it, knowing that the big clubs are watching and that, it kind of brings that rivalry to a new level only because it's in everyone's backyard? Yeah,
I think so. The Ducks and the Kings aren't playing anymore, so the focus is on us, which makes it a little more fun, I think.